Hello everyone, this is Miguel Borba with Made to Cut Golf Remastered Edition. In today's video, I just want to show a quick little tip for playing with the advanced rules of wind and elevation, especially focusing on wind that is hurting or helping, headwind or downwind. And so the way you execute these shots is very simple. You would take your planned shot just as if there's no elevation or wind to worry about on a flat grain, no weather, no wind. So in that situation, if I was targeting a 150-yard shot with Happy Gilmore, you're looking at a roll of 4 with scatter of 11. So with this roll of 4, I would simply take my 150 if I'm shooting right at the flagstick, go to 146, and that's what I would aim the golf shot at. But let's say that I'm facing a headwind. The way the headwind works is you look at the club that you're about to take your shot, and let's say it was 146, and you see that with the 146, you look at the spray value, it's going to have an 11-yard hurting wind in my face. So that effectively makes my 146-yard shot a 157-yard shot. So when you go back to Happy Gilmore, that does shift my planned club to a longer club to be able to shoot 156 yards. But notice that the spray is 14 versus the original 11, which adds another 3 yards of wind in my face because of the longer club. So now my planned 146-yard shot, I add the 14 to make it, basically I have to shoot a 160-yard shot to land it here. So then you execute the die roll for a 75% chance. It scatters left, right, forward, and backwards 14 yards. And I forgot to mention that the roll also increased by 4. So I would actually come back to 142 for that target shot. And then I'd roll my rolls to see how good of a shot I had. If I was facing in this same situation a downwind 10-yard shot, then instead of a 146-yard shot, I'm looking at shooting a 136-yard shot. So I just go back to the chart, and instead of using, he's still in the F category of club. It went from 146 to 136, which still falls in this, so no change in any other calculation. And you just roll the die. And instead of worrying about where the wind's going to land, it's still going to be targeted here because you're shooting 136 and it's going to land at 146 when you have the wind. So you just scatter and then do your roll. That's how easy it is to play into and against the wind. Same thing goes for elevation. If I'm shooting into an uphill shot of 20 feet, that means it's 10 yards of elevation change, same as a headwind of 10 yards. So instead of 146, it's going to be 156-yard execution. The only difference is you don't worry about any more yardage. So 146-yard shot becomes 156. That means it's in this category. So I would have my rolling in this category, and since it's going to roll 8 yards, I would actually back up my shot to 142 and then roll my dice. And I know because I'm actually executing a 152-yard shot because of the 10-yard uphill, 152 still this category, I'd roll my scatter, and then the ball rolls 8 yards after that. And then, of course, if it's downhill, then I can execute my normal 146-yard shot target because I'm only really taking a 136-yard shot, which is still this category, and it will land here and go right, left, forward, backwards, and then roll 4 yards. The wind and elevation do counteract each other. So if I'm facing an 11-yard wind in my face, because it's a moderate wind for this shot, and I'm shooting downhill with a 10-yard benefit, then it's only a 1 yard in my face situation. So I would have to account for only 1 yard. So my 146-yard shot becomes a 147, and I would just simply shoot in this category to land at 146. Even though, I mean, I'm still shooting a 147-yard shot, but I'm still landing here at 146 with the F category. So I hope that made sense. I appreciate you watching the video. Thank you very much.